A Russian mercenary group is posing an unprecedented threat to Vladimir Putin's rule. It sparked a widespread emergency response, the president claiming the nation is now embroiled in its toughest battle yet.
Russia waking up to the threat of war from within. Tanks rolling through the streets of Rostov. The private mercenary group Wagner claiming they've seized control of the southern city. After more than a year of fighting shoulder to shoulder with Moscow's military, these soldiers have turned their backs, abandoning their positions in Ukraine to return home, prepared to face off with their own. 1,000 kilometres north, Putin's forces fortify the capital. Anti-terror measures put in place across Moscow after a military convoy was spotted on a major motorway leading to the city. Months of tension between Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin and Russia's President Vladimir Putin has finally boiled over. Prigozhin today calling for an armed rebellion, claiming he is retaliating after a Russian strike that he says killed a huge number of his mercenaries, and that his 25,000 strong force is ready to die to challenge the country's military leadership. President Putin hitting back in this war of words with a special address to the nation, describing the actions of the mutineers as high treason and a stab in the back, before promising to punish those responsible. It prompted a swift response, Russia's top brass ordering Prigozhin to back down. This is a military coup. Prigozhin going from a once valuable battle tool to a wanted man, a criminal case now open against him.
It really does depend on how quickly the Russian government can get this under control. If they can't, if it gets out of control, if it expands and gains momentum, then we have the real risk of civil war in Russia.
This serious escalation of infighting is coming at a time Russia can least afford it, as it tries to fend off a Ukrainian counter-offensive and launch attacks of its own. This morning it fired more than 20 missiles at Kyiv, leaving at least 2 people dead in Ukraine's capital.
The Ukrainians will be watching very carefully as to what happens. It will be interesting to see if certainly Wagner forces, but also potentially some Russian forces, move away from defending in Ukraine to supporting this insurrection or this move against Moscow.
Even if the Wagner rebellion is ultimately unsuccessful, it's certainly a blow to Putin's reputation, exposing cracks in his control over his country that was once ironclad. In London, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.